All right, strap in, everyone. Today we are going deep into AI.
Deep.
And I don't mean like the theoretical stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking putting it to work.
In the real world.
Like real world, making money stuff.
Making money.
You've heard about companies like Amazon, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're getting like 35% of their revenue just from AI.
Just from AI-powered recommendations.
That's like over $100 billion annually.
Just from AI.
And then there's JP Morgan Chase.
Oh, yeah, saving money.
Saving a cool $150 million in labor costs just from their AI.
It's wild. This stuff is not science fiction. It's like happening right now.
It's happening right now, so you know it has the potential
Yeah.
to like revolutionize your business. But how do you actually make that happen?
Right.
Where do you begin?
Where do you even start?
That's exactly what this deep dive is all about. And to guide us on this journey, we've got an absolute legend in the AI field.
A legend.
Shailendra Kumar,
Yeah.
author of the Amazon best-selling book,
Best-selling, that's right.
Making Money Out of Data.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got, wait for it,
27
years of experience.
in AI and machine learning.
This is not just talk.
He's walked the walk. He's done it.
Driven over 6 billion Australian dollars
Yeah.
in value creation.
Value creation across industries.
So let's just jump right in.
Right.
First things first.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get beyond the buzzword.
Buzzword, yeah.
What exactly are we talking
Right. Demystify it.
about? When we say AI,
At its core, AI is basically systems, right?
systems.
That can do things that we typically think of as requiring human intelligence.
Okay, so not like robots taking over the world.
Not quite.
Oh.
Not quite, but, you know.
Although that does sound kind of exciting.
Yeah.
We'll be honest.
But the applications are pretty mind-blowing.
Okay.
Pretty mind-blowing. So
Yeah.
take machine learning, for example.
Okay, machine learning.
So this is where systems can actually learn from data without needing somebody to program every single step.
So they're like learning on the job.
Right. They're learning on the job. They're getting smarter with every piece of data they process.
So like a superpowered intern who never sleeps and never complains.
You got it.
I like it.
Now imagine these systems kind of structured like the human brain, you know, forming these complex networks
Okay.
that can recognize patterns that we humans might miss.
Okay.
These are neural networks.
All right.
And these are driving everything from, you know, image recognition and self-driving cars to personalized recommendations on your favorite streaming platforms.
So we're talking about AI that can watch a cat video
Yeah.
and actually understand it. Not just
a bunch of pixels.
pixels, but like
Exactly. Yeah. And let's not forget natural language processing.
NLP.
NLP in the biz.
In the biz, okay.
So this is how computers can understand and interact with human language, right?
Yeah.
So think chatbots that can actually hold a conversation, or
Like real conversations.
or AI that can analyze thousands of customer reviews and figure out what people actually think about your product.
See, now that's where I think things start to get really interesting for businesses, right?
Absolutely.
You mentioned the chatbots.
Yeah,
Are those actually being used effectively right now?
absolutely. Okay.
We're seeing businesses use these AI-powered chatbots to handle basic customer service inquiries.
So they can
Which are
free up their human agents to do the more
complex tasks.
complex stuff.
And it's not even just about saving money, right?
Yeah.
It's about providing instant support
24/7.
24/7 whenever the customer needs it.
So you're getting your questions answered quickly.
Yeah.
And then the business gets to improve their
customer
experience.
The whole thing.
Okay, I can see the value there for sure.
Yeah.
What about the personalized recommendations?
Oh, yeah.
We hear about those all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about the last time you were shopping online.
Yeah.
Chances are AI was working behind the scenes, right?
Really?
Looking at your past purchases, your browsing history,
Yeah.
you know, even what other people with similar taste to you have bought.
Interesting.
And suggesting products that you might like.
Okay.
This is how companies like, you know, Amazon, as we mentioned earlier, are driving significant revenue.
Really?
Their recommendation engine, it's crazy.
It knows you better than you know yourself.
It might know you better than you know yourself.
I've definitely been guilty of adding things to my cart based on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Amazon, Shailendra Kumar, our expert for
Yeah.
today, author of Making Money Out of Data, he's got a pretty impressive track record with them.
So he really knows his stuff. And
Yeah.
in his book, he actually shares a fascinating case study on how Amazon uses AI to optimize their logistics network
Okay.
to make sure those packages get delivered faster and more efficiently.
So it's not just about selling you more stuff.
No, it's the whole thing.
It's about like
the whole operation.
optimizing your whole operation.
Exactly. It's powerful stuff.
But before we get too carried away with the possibilities,
Yeah.
I think it's important to talk about how to actually approach this whole
Absolutely.
implementation, right?
Yeah.
We can't just throw AI
Right.
at every problem and expect it to magically fix things.
No magic bullet.
No.
You're right.
Right.
It's a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but it needs to be used strategically.
Like any tool.
Like any tool. One of the biggest mistakes that I see businesses making is jumping into AI without a clear objective.
So you got to avoid that like shiny object syndrome.
For shiny object, yeah.
Like don't chase the technology.
Right, just because it's cool.
Yeah. You need a plan.
You need a plan. The first step is to identify those specific pain points in your business where AI can actually make a difference.
Pain points. All right.
Think about those areas where things are inefficient or where you're losing money or maybe struggling to meet customer expectations.
So start with the problems.
Yeah, start with the problems.
Not the technology.
Not the technology.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
So let's say we've identified a problem area.
All right, so then what's next?
What's next?
We got to define what success looks like.
Right.
You know, what are those measurable outcomes?
Yeah.
How will we know if the AI implementation is actually working?
Yeah. How will we know?
And that's where a lot of businesses kind of,
Stumble.
stumble.
Like, oh, we want to use AI.
I want to use AI,
Yeah.
but they haven't really thought through
to specifics.
the specifics.
Yeah, you can't measure it. You can't manage it.
You got it.
Right.
And these metrics, they need to be tied to your overall business goals.
So like the big picture.
Big picture. For example, if you're implementing AI to, let's say, improve customer retention,
Oh.
your success metric, your North Star metric might be a reduction in churn rate.
Churn rate.
Right. Or if you're using AI to optimize your supply chain, maybe you might measure the reduction in inventory costs, something like that.
So we've got to think about the big picture.
Big picture, not just isolated improvements.
Okay, big picture. Got it. So we've got our objectives.
Right.
We're feeling motivated.
Yeah.
But we can't forget about the fuel
The fuel. Yeah.
that powers all of this, which is data.
Data.
It's like a car, right? You can't go anywhere without it.
Absolutely. And just like with fuel, the quality matters.
Quality data,
Yeah.
So what do we need to consider
Right.
when it comes to our data?
Well, first, you got to identify all your potential sources of data.
Oh, sources. Okay.
This includes, your internal data, things like
Okay.
customer purchase history or website traffic.
Okay, internal, so
Internal and then external,
and external.
things like market research reports or social media trends.
So just kind of assess all that, right?
And then assess the quality.
Is it accurate? Is it complete?
Is it accurate? Is it complete? Because inaccurate or incomplete data will lead to
Bad predictions.
bad predictions. And that can be even worse than having no AI at all.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because you're making decisions
Right.
based on bad information.
Bad information.
So what happens if we realize our data is not quite up to snuff?
Well, and that's where data cleaning and preparation come in.
So you got to clean it up.
You got to clean it. You might need to remove duplicates or fill in missing values or maybe even restructure your data to make it suitable for AI.
So it's like preparing ingredients for a gourmet meal.
I love that. That's a great analogy.
You wouldn't just throw everything in a pot.
Exactly.
What?
You got to chop those veggies, got to...
Got to clean it up.
Yeah. Shalendra actually talks about this in making money out of data.
Yeah.
He emphasizes that data preparation
Wow.
is one of the most overlooked aspects
Well,
of AI implementation.
But it's crucial
But it is absolutely crucial
for success.
for success.
Okay, so we've got our data sorted.
Yeah.
We've chosen our objectives. What's next?
Well, now comes the exciting part, using the right tools and technologies.
Okay.
And let me tell you, there is no shortage of options out there.
There's a lot.
Oh my goodness, we got machine learning platforms, deep learning frameworks, natural language processing libraries.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It can be overwhelming.
It is definitely overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a tech playground and you don't know which your wing set to try first.
Right, exactly.
There's so many options.
But the key is to remember that the right tools depend on your specific needs and use cases.
Okay, so there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Okay, good.
You wouldn't use a hammer to screw in a light bulb, right?
Right.
Same goes for AI tools.
I like that.
Right.
Matching the tool to the task.
Exactly. So how do we go about choosing the right tools for the job?
How do we do it?
Well, first things first, we got to define that specific problem you're trying to solve.
Right.
Are you trying to automate a repetitive task?
Okay.
Are you trying to predict customer churn?
Okay.
Are you trying to personalize your marketing messages?
Yeah.
Once you know what you're trying to achieve,
Yeah.
then you can narrow down your options.
Narrow it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're matching the tool to the task. What else should we be considering?
Well, think about scalability.
Okay.
Will this technology be able to grow with your needs?
Grow with your needs. Okay.
If you're planning to expand your AI initiatives in the future,
Yeah.
you're going to need tools that can handle the increasing amounts of data and complexity.
Because we don't want to get stuck
Right.
with a tool that can't keep up with us, right?
Exactly. And don't forget about integration.
Okay.
You're going to want to choose tools that work seamlessly with your existing systems.
Okay.
For example, if you're using a CRM system,
Yeah.
you'll want your AI tools to be able to connect to that and access the data it contains.
Okay.
It can save you a lot of headaches down the road.
Smooth integration. I like it.
Smooth integration.
I like it. So we've got our data sorted.
All right.
We've chosen our objectives and our tools. I'm sensing a theme here. This
Yeah.
about careful planning and preparation.
Absolutely. Rushing into AI without a solid plan is, it's a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
And Shalendra, actually,
Yeah.
he has a whole chapter in making money out of data
Okay.
dedicated to,
Building
building a successful AI roadmap.
a roadmap
A roadmap. And he emphasizes the importance of
of a strategic approach
taking that strategic step-by-step approach
to avoid
those costly mistakes
costly mistakes.
and maximize your chances of success.
Because nobody wants to make those costly mistakes.
Nobody.
Okay. So we've got our plan in place.
Right.
We're armed with the right tools.
Yeah.
What about the people?
The people. Right.
We can't forget about the human element of all of this.
You're absolutely right. Technology is important,
Yeah.
but it's the people who make it work.
That's right.
Right. Building an AI-ready workforce is just crucial for successful implementation.
It's like having a top-notch
Pit crew.
pit crew for a race car.
Right. For a race car.
The best car in the world won't win if you don't have a skilled team
You got to have that team.
to drive it and maintain it.
Exactly. You need those right people in place
Yeah.
to leverage these powerful AI tools.
Powerful AI tools.
So how do you actually build an AI-ready workforce?
How do you do it?
Well, that's something we'll dive into next time.
Oh, cliffhanger.
A little cliffhanger.
Stay tuned. All right, so we've talked tech, data, planning, but it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you don't have the right people on board.
You got to have the right team.
How do we build a workforce
Yeah.
that's ready to embrace this whole AI revolution?
Well, it all starts with assessing the skills you already have.
Okay.
Take a look at your team. What kind of data science, machine learning,
Okay.
even basic data literacy skills
Yeah.
are already there.
So before we even think about hiring data scientists,
Yeah.
let's see what talent we can nurture from within.
Exactly. You might be surprised by the hidden gems you
Yeah.
uncover.
Right.
Once you've identified those skill gaps, it's time to invest in training.
Training. Okay.
And I don't just mean, sending a few people to a coding boot camp.
Yeah.
This is about creating a culture of learning and development around AI.
So we're talking workshops, online courses,
Yeah.
maybe even mentoring programs.
All of the above.
Okay.
It's about giving your employees that opportunity to learn and grow.
To learn and grow, yeah.
And Shalendra Kumar,
Yeah.
in Making Money Out of Data, he shares this fantastic story
Okay.
about a company that created an internal machine learning program that was open to everyone,
To everyone, not just,
not just the tech folks.
oh, wow. Okay, so what happened? Did people actually sign up?
Not only did they sign up,
Wow.
but employee engagement skyrocketed.
Really?
People from all different departments started coming up with innovative ideas for using AI
Yeah.
in their own roles.
Oh, wow.
They even formed these cross-functional teams to tackle company-wide challenges using AI.
So it wasn't just about acquiring the skills, it was about sparking this
Yeah, like this.
company-wide AI revolution.
It's a cultural shift.
I love that. And it shows that with the right support,
Mm-hmm.
people are ready and eager to embrace this.
Absolutely. And the results speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That company saw significant improvements in efficiency, productivity, even customer satisfaction,
Wow.
all because they invested in their people.
Invested in their people.
In their people, yeah.
Okay, so we got our team trained up.
Yeah.
They're ready to go. But
Yeah.
before we unleash them on the world,
Yeah.
It's time to dip our toes in the water first, right?
Test the waters.
We're not going straight for full-scale
Yeah.
AI implementation.
Think of it like learning to swim. You wouldn't jump right into the deep end.
No, you got to start
Gotta start in the shallow.
the shallow end to
Yeah.
get comfortable, yeah. So pilot projects,
Pilot project.
test the waters. So what are the benefits of starting small like this?
Well, first and foremost, it mitigates risk.
Risk, okay.
You're not betting the entire farm
Yeah.
on a single AI project.
Nice.
If something goes wrong,
Yeah.
you can course correct without,
Yeah, without any
major consequence.
huge consequences, yeah.
Plus, pilot projects are fantastic for gathering valuable feedback.
Oh, so we can learn from our mistakes.
Exactly. Iterate.
Iterate and improve along the way.
Improve, yeah. Think of it as an opportunity to experiment, find out
Yeah.
what works and what doesn't.
In a controlled environment.
In a safe space.
Okay.
Shailendra Kumar
Yeah.
shares a really compelling example in making money out of data
Oh, yeah.
about a logistics company that wanted to optimize their delivery routes.
Okay, so a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts.
Complex data.
High potential for disruption.
Yeah. Seems like a perfect candidate for a pilot project.
Absolutely. So they started by implementing their AI solution
Okay.
in just one region.
Excellent.
They tracked everything: fuel consumption, delivery times,
Okay.
even driver feedback.
Wow. And you know what they saw?
And they saw a 15% reduction in fuel costs in just 3 months.
That's a significant improvement.
Yeah.
But more importantly, they gain those invaluable insights that they could then apply to their nationwide rollout.
Exactly. That's the power of pilot projects. They allow you to validate your assumptions, refine your approach, and build confidence before you go all in.
Before you go all in, okay, so we've launched our pilot projects.
Right.
They're showing promise,
Yeah.
but we can't just set it and forget it.
No.
This isn't a one-and-done deal.
You're absolutely right. Implementing AI is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
Okay, so it's not like flipping a switch and suddenly everything's magically optimized.
No magic, unfortunately.
We need to be hands-on, watching the data, tweaking the algorithms.
You got it. Think of it like tending a garden.
No,
You got to water it, you got to fertilize it, prune it,
make adjustments as it grows.
make adjustments, exactly. Same with AI systems. They need to be nurtured and refined over time.
Nurtured and refined. Okay, so what are some key things that we should be monitoring?
Well, the most important metric is model accuracy.
Model accuracy, okay.
We got to make sure those AI systems are still making reliable predictions as new data comes in.
Okay.
Because, the world changes.
The world changes.
Customer behavior changes.
So the AI needs to be able to
So our AI needs to keep learning and adapting.
learning and adapting. So we're not just looking at static performance. We're looking for continuous improvement.
Continuous. That's right.
And then user feedback.
User feedback, crucial.
Are your employees finding the AI tools helpful?
Yeah. Are your customers benefiting from the AI-powered features?
And if not, something needs to change.
Right? You got to make those changes.
Got it.
Right? We need to be constantly gathering feedback
Yeah.
and making adjustments based on what we learn.
What we learned, yeah.
Shailendra Kumar actually emphasizes this in making money out of data.
Okay.
He talks about the importance of creating a feedback loop
Feedback loop.
where insights from your monitoring
Yeah.
are actually used to refine those AI models and improve their performance.
So it's a cyclical process.
It is. Monitor, adjust, repeat.
But that sounds like a lot of work.
It can be.
How do we actually manage
Well,
this continuous monitoring?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Oh.
And we can explore some strategies for making this process a little less daunting.
Okay, so we're back, and I'm ready to tackle this challenge of keeping our AI systems running smoothly. We've talked about monitoring performance and gathering feedback, but how do we actually make the adjustments? It feels like trying to keep a rocket ship on course while it's hurtling through space.
It's a great analogy, and you're right. It can be a bit overwhelming, but there are frameworks and strategies that can help us navigate this whole complex world of AI. One approach that I found super valuable is Agile methodologies for AI implementation.
Okay, Agile.
Yeah.
This is like the project management approach.
Yeah.
How does that apply to something as technical as AI?
Well, Agile's all about flexibility, iteration, and continuous improvement, right?
Yeah.
And that aligns perfectly with the world of AI where things are constantly changing and evolving. So instead of having those rigid waterfall style project plans where everything's set in stone up front, Agile allows us to adapt and adjust as we go.
So we're talking about breaking things down into smaller chunks,
Yeah.
testing things out, getting feedback, making changes along the way.
Exactly. Think of it like building a house brick by brick, rather than trying to construct the entire thing all at once. Each brick represents a small, manageable piece of the AI solution. We build it, we test it, get feedback, and we refine it before moving on to the next brick.
So we're constantly iterating and improving
Yes.
based on real-world data and feedback.
Exactly.
But how do we actually apply these Agile principles in practice?
Well, one key aspect of Agile is using these short development cycles called sprints. These sprints are typically 1 to 2 weeks long, and during that time, the team focuses on building and testing a specific piece of that AI solution.
So it's like these mini deadlines along
Yeah.
the way that keeps everyone focused and moving forward.
Exactly, and at the end of each sprint, the team holds a review, right? They talk about what went well, what could be improved, and what adjustments need to be made. So this continuous feedback loop is essential for keeping the project on track and making sure that we're delivering value every step of the way.
I'm starting to see how this Agile approach can really help manage the complexity of AI. But let's get specific. Can you share an example of how this has worked in the real world?
Absolutely. Shailendra Kumar, in Making Money Out of Data, he talks about a team developing an AI-powered system for predicting customer behavior in retail stores. They were using that traditional waterfall approach,
Yeah.
and things were just moving so slowly.
Okay.
They were bogged down in documentation and meetings, and the project was at risk of falling behind schedule.
So they decided to switch to Agile. What happened?
They did. They broke the project down into those 2-week sprints that I talked about. Each sprint, they focused on developing and testing a specific feature of the AI system. They held daily stand-up meetings to discuss their progress and identify any roadblocks. And at the end of each sprint, they demonstrated that working feature to stakeholders and gathered feedback.
So they were getting constant input from the people who would actually be using the system.
Exactly. And because they were iterating so quickly and adapting to that feedback, they were actually able to deliver a working product much faster than they had anticipated. And the final product was so much better aligned with the needs of the users because they had been involved in that development process every step of the way.
That's a fantastic example of how Agile can just totally transform AI implementation. It's not just about speed, it's about building better solutions that deliver real value.
Exactly. I think that's a key takeaway from our deep dive today, right? Implementing AI successfully, it's not just about the technology itself, it's about having that clear strategy, high-quality data, a skilled workforce, and that flexible, iterative approach.
Embracing the journey, being open to learning, and constantly striving for improvement. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the basics of AI to the importance of data quality, building a skilled workforce, starting with pilot projects, continuously monitoring performance, and of course, harnessing the power of Agile methodologies. I hope you're feeling empowered and equipped with the knowledge and insights to start your own AI journey.
Absolutely. And remember, the AI revolution is happening right now. The businesses that embrace this technology and use it wisely will be the ones that thrive in the years to come.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are incredible resources available, including Shailendra Kumar's Making Money Out of Data, which dives even deeper into these concepts and provides really practical guidance for businesses of all sizes. So go forth, be bold, and start implementing AI in your business today. The future is waiting. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI implementation. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.